Hey piano players, I'm Milo. Music theory it's indeed an important subject to learn. And to make your life so much easier, today I'm gonna explain the basics of the music theory. Everything you need to know and how to apply these new concepts into your playing in a real life. Let's get started with the foundation with the 7 musical notes: C, D, E, F, G, A, and B. And to play these notes on the piano, all you have to do is find 2 black keys, 1 white key below, it's your C. So you have C, D, just playing the sequence, E, F, G, A, B. Again, 2 black keys, C, and start all over again. Probably you have noticed I just used the black key as a guide, and to play these black keys, they are called sharp and flat. And the easiest way to memorize them is to think the sharp always raise and the flat always lower. What I mean by that? For example, I have this D. So again, 2 black keys, C, this is our D. If you play D and raise for the next black key, you have D sharp. Again, D. If you lower, you have D flat. So again, D, D sharp, D, D flat. One more. For example, G. G sharp, G, D flat. Thinking like that, now you have 12 musical notes instead of 7. So let's check this out. C, C sharp, D, D sharp, E, F, F sharp, G, G sharp, A sharp, B, and C. Again, going down, descending, C, B, B flat, A flat, G, G flat, F, E flat, D, D flat, and C again. Also good to know, you can have, for example, E sharp. But to avoid confusion, just think in the white keys for now and the black keys. When you combine 2 closer notes, for example, like this, or even like this is called half and whole step. The half step is a small distance between 2 notes. For example, C and C sharp. I don't have any note between these 2. So this is the small distance. This is called half step. So for example, over here, half step, half step, half step, half step, and so on. And you have 2 half steps, you're gonna have a whole step. So half step plus half step equals a whole step. Half step plus half step equal whole step. A good tip for that is always think about 3 notes. So 2 notes, 1 note between, you have a whole step. 2 notes, 1 note between, you have a whole step. 2 notes between, whole step. 2 notes between, whole step, and so on. And if you enjoyed this lesson, please consider to subscribe to this channel and hit the like button. And if you're looking for a piano course, especially for beginners, I will leave the link of my course in the description down below. Another cool thing about the whole step and the half steps, you can also measure longer distance. You don't have to count like this. You can have, for example, like this. This is called intervals. How can I count those intervals? For example, I have the C to E. You have 1, 2, 3. So you have the third interval. Another one, D to A. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is a fifth interval. Another one, I have this G to B. So 1, 2, 3. This is a third interval, and so on. And now it's the moment of the video where you think,
okay, but how can I apply this? Where can I apply this?
And the answer for that is you can apply in everything. Whole steps plus intervals, you can do so much with those concepts. For example, building scales. Let's try the major scale. I start on C and play 8 notes from C. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Basically, the note of the same note higher. This is called octave. So when you have one octave like this, to build the formula of the major scale, let's analyze the whole and the half step. So C to D, you have a whole step. D to E, whole step. E to F, half step. F to G, whole step. G to A, whole step. A to B, whole step, and B to C, half step. This is gonna be our major scale formula. Every scale that fits in this formula is gonna be a major scale. So one more example. Let's pretend that I play the D major scale. So I'm going to D to D, playing all the notes, and then let's confirm the formula. So D to E, I have a whole step, that's okay with my formula. E to F, I have a half step, but I need a whole step. So just increase like this. So now I have a whole step. F sharp to G, a half step, so that is okay with my formula. G to A, whole step. A to B, whole step. B to C, I have a half step, but I need a whole step. So just increase like that. And C sharp to D, I have a half step. That's perfectly with my formula. So for my D major scale, I have D, E, F sharp, G, A, B, and C sharp, and D again. One more, I want to build the G major scale. So G to G, and let's see the formula. So G to A, whole step, that is okay. A to B, whole step, okay. B to C, half step, that is okay. C to D, okay. D to E, okay. E to F, it is a half step, but I need a whole step. So just increase to F sharp. And the last one, F sharp to G, I have the half step. So my G major scale, G, A, B, C, D, E, F sharp, and G. Another really cool thing you can do is use those scales to build chords. For example, I have the C major scale. If I stack 3 notes by 3 notes like this, one note, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, I have a chord. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 3 again. This is gonna be a chord. And I can do this starting all over again for different notes. For example, I'm gonna start from D, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. I have another chord. Again, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. another chord. Always the first note, for example this, it's named the chord. For example, this is gonna be a C chord. But now you have to verify the quality of the chord. It's almost like a first name and the last name. For example, in this case, I have the C, it's gonna be your first name, and now you need the last name. The last name, you have two options for now, major and minor. When you have a chord, the distance between the first note and the third note, 1, 2, 3, it's 2 whole steps. This is called major third. That means the last name of this chord is gonna be major. So C major. And you have the distance between the first note and the third whole step plus a half step, like this, whole step plus half step. This is called minor third. That means the last name is gonna be minor. So major chords, 2 whole steps, minor thirds. For minor chords, 1 whole step and a half step, minor thirds. And you can build chords for every single start point of the notes of the scale. So the first one is gonna be C major, D minor, start on E, E minor, start on F, F major, start on G, G major, A minor, and the only exception is gonna be the last one built on the 7th degree. This is called minor with flat 5. You can also use these rules, these concepts into the music notation. To learn that, just click on this video up here. So, thank you for watching and I see you in the next tutorial. Ciao!